Okay. We gotta get you, baby.
Ready? Kathy Wiggins, group 14. You guys have 14? Brian Frawley, here, 2. William Jenkins group? No. Okay. Counting more than 18 people. Is there anybody that's not?
Maybe more than I thought, dude.
Yes? Okay, that's the bus up there. Go meet me at the bus with your cards ready.
How's the water?
Here we are at the New River. Kennard put in. This, of course, is John, our trip leader, John Nelson. And what we're going to do today is meet our crews individually here. So what's your name right up here? Let's just start with you. Ken? What's your name? And moving right along here. Pardon me? Angie.
Cindy.
Mike.
Otto.
There you go, Otto. Yeah, you ought to be in somebody else's raft, I bet. So this is John's crew for the day. And we're going to move on over here and meet John and his crew. And this is our next guide here. John, what's your last name, John?
Davis.
John Davis, okay. And here's John's crew for today.
Jean. Janet.
Okay, Jean and Janet. And starting right here in front of me, we have...
Oh, Eric.
There's Eric. I startled him. Elizabeth. Brian.
Matt.
And Pat. Okay, this comprises John's crew, and we'll see how many of them John brings home today. And here we have Robin Stewart, better known as Smiley, affectionately known as Smiley to all of our staff here at North American. And let's just go up here and meet Smiley's crew.
You already got the sunscreen on? Tim?
Scott. Marshall.
And we got one guy hiding in the background here. Up. Pat. Okay. And that's Smiley's crew for the day, and I'm sure they don't know what they're getting into. Just across the river here, you can hear that coal train firing up, and he's headed downstream to cross the New River at the Upper Railroad Bridge, and that's exactly where our first rapid is, downstream at Upper Railroad, and I'll see you there. This is our first rapid that we'll encounter today, Upper Railroad. And of course there's the railroad bridge, which lends its name to this rapid, and downstream in the tailwaters you can see the river curves around to the left. A few big rocks there in the center, but the main heart of the matter is right here, a hydraulic or a pour over at the top. And if we look farther to the right, you see a definite pour over. And you also see John Nelson's raft approaching in the background. And here they go into the first hole here at the top of Upper Railroad. And John sticks them in there. You can see it abruptly stops the raft, stalls their momentum. And they head on downstream, working their way over to the left side of the river. John Davis is our next raft through. He's turning them around there at the top to line him up for the big hit in the hydraulic. And they're through it just fine. And our sweet boat with Robin Stewart and his crew. The last raft through here, Upper Railroad. And they're through it just fine. All three of our rafts successfully negotiate Upper Railroad. And that's a fine start to a fantastic day of whitewater here in the New River Gorge, and we're headed downstream. And just downstream from our last rapid, of course, is Lower Railroad. You can see the bridge there. And you can see John Nelson taking the inverted route. Good ride there. He bounces them around real good. And now here comes John Davis. Davis. Up and over that first big wave. Smiley's taking his group down the inverted route. Shakes him up a little bit. And I believe he's going to paddle up here behind the eddy and come back and surf him a little bit. And Smiley's going to bring his team up here and attempt to surf them, get them on the foam pile of recirculating water, which in theory should then hold your raft stationary in place. See Smiley sizing it up, checking it out. And they're going for it now. Yeah! Yeah, now they're surfing. Oh yeah. Let's see, I think I see smiles on everybody's faces there. They had to like that. And here comes crew number 2, John Nelson. Yeah, they're swirling. They're swirling. Man, one of them's parted company now. And here comes the rest of his team after him. They're going to go up there and pick him up. Good paddle extension there, and let's see them extract him, or rather put him back in the boat. Oh, they got him back in there really quick, and let's see if they come up here and try it again. And undaunted by the first swim, they're coming back up and going for it again, and that's some good spirit there. You gotta like it. Swirls them around. Spits them out one more time. And I think they've had their fill of surfing here, and they're going to move downstream headed towards Swimmers Rapid. And another really fun spot here for our guests is Swimmers Rapid. And as our guests get out and go for a little swim here, a couple of them are going to get the power swim. This is a chance to safely swim a rapid and get acclimated to what it's like swimming in whitewater. And of course, for some of people in John's boat, this is not their first time in the water. And some more adventurous folks pile out of John Davis's raft. Smiley has 100% participation here at Swimmers Rapid. Again, this is a relatively safe, non-traumatic way to get a feel for how to swim whitewater. It's especially good if you should happen to fall out at some point during the rest of the day and become separated from your raft. Then you won't be totally unfamiliar with what it's like to be in moving current by yourself. And it might especially be a good idea if you're in John or Smiley's raft. Get used to it. And our folks now are swimming leisurely downstream, taking in the beautiful scenery and headed around the bend, and we'll catch up with you there. Call this the first warm-up. First of four little warm-up rapids we call before we get to the really big ones called Upper, Middle, and Lower Keeney. John slides them around the big rock in the center. And and then moves them back outstream to the center. And you can see John Davison bounces off a little rock right there. Once you come around to the right side, you have to commit yourself to going back out towards the center of the river, or you could possibly actually pin on those rocks. And they make it look so easy, but don't be fooled, because we're headed around the bend to our biggest rapid of the day, called Upper and Middle and Lower Keeney, and we'll see you there. This is Upper and Middle Keeney. 2 of the 3 drops here in this big rapid. John successfully negotiated the upper part, worked his way around behind the big rock called Whale Rock, and now he's moving on down into Middle Keeney. There's some big waves and holes in Middle Keeney here today. There's a big hit. John Davis lines him up now. Big hit on that hydraulic. There's a big hole right in the middle. And one last splash for him. Smiley's bringing his team down. Oh, and another good hit. Everybody got a big piece of that hole in the middle today. Finally, the tail waves here at Middle Keeney. And we'll just widen out and show you what this all looks like here. There's a big pool at the bottom of Middle Keeney, and it all collects up and shoves its way to the left side and drops down Lower Keeney there. And as our rafts make their way over to the left bank, we can also see in the background a favorite spot for tourists to come and see the sunset and watch people raft here in the gorge. It's called Beauty Mountain. Beautiful overlook of the New River Gorge here from Beauty Mountain, and that'll do it at Middle Keeney. And we're stopping for lunch, and let's go take a look at it. Go.
Okay guys, this is lunch. What you want to do is you can just make a line on both sides of the table here. Be kind of careful about kicking rocks and stuff up on the table. All your trash has to go in this bucket right here, including these little plastic things here, guys. All the forks are individually wrapped. You need to make sure you do this plastic. DNR is trying to repopulate this area with bear or black bear. If you leave these plastic things laying around, they like to use them as rubbers, okay? So it totally defeats the DNR's purpose, so throw these away, okay? Okay, guys, first time through, be reasonable. People behind you, everybody's got to eat. And then the guys will go through and eat, and then come back and clean it out, okay? Get on it. There's water over there. White stuff's lemonade, brown stuff's tea.
So what's your name here? Oh. Oh. My God, I can't believe what had just happened here, folks. All right. Well, now let's do the interview. Now you're not nervous, are you?
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so what's your name again?
Dan.
Dan. So this is Dan's birthday present. Dan's loving family here tossed all kinds of good gooby food all over him. Oh, this guy took a couple of hits. Otto's hit.
I gotta go take a swim, man.
Okay, well, happy birthday to you.
Thanks. High five, Danny.
They slap high five and mustard goes everywhere. What's that in your ear?
Is it growing? Is it moving?
I don't know if it grew out of there or what.
That's Otto food.
Otto, you ought to be eating it. And Dan makes his way out into the river here and is going to wash himself off after being thoroughly humiliated by his family and friends. They wouldn't have done it to him if they didn't love him. So let that be a lesson to you. Never come rafting on your birthday here. Or at least never tell anybody it's your birthday. And I don't see how we can top that. That's going to wrap it up for lunch. As we look downstream, you can see Lower Keeney Rapid, and that'll be our next shot. Lower Keeney Rapid. Our trip's upstream, just getting ready to disembark for lunch, and we'll see what it has to deal out here for these kayakers. There you go. Let's see what happens now. Combat roll. They all made it just fine. Various types of lines, different runs, but they all made it. Here comes our 8 o'clock trip now, our 8:30 trip with John Nelson. It's going to be our first raft through here, Lower Keeney. Current pushes really hard from the left, from the right to the left, so you want to maintain a right-hand angle. And it'll push you, want to tend to push you against the rock where I'm standing, which creates a formation called the juicer. And let's just see if anybody gets juiced here. And Smiley's team's coming down first. Big juicing, he puts them in there. And here comes John Davis now. See if he can juice a couple of them. Yeah, puts them right in there. Now this is John Nelson. Him and Smiley switched places. Smiley went first, and John's going to be our last raft through here with Lower Keeney. All right, good execution. Everybody stays in. And they move downstream, and our next stop will be around the bend at Double Z Rapids. Alright, you can see how the formation of that rock allowed the river to stuff that log right under it and hold it. And here at Double Z, they're very, very hazardous spots here. There's one of them, another undercut rock called Bread Loaf. And another undercut rock over there, and then Barry's Rock. As we look upstream, you can see even more rocks. And then, of equivalates into a quite demanding rapid in the sense that this turns it into very technical maneuver, and it takes a lot more teamwork and a lot more effort to successfully negotiate this rapid. I believe John Nelson will be our first raft here at Double Z Rapid. John's made his first move to the right. Now they're going to go back out to the center and turn around. And they've missed Barry's Rock and coming on down here. Their last obstacle today to miss in Double Z is Table Rock, and you can see John swirls them a little bit, and they're in the tailwaters now on a successful run. And any moment now, John Davis should appear from out behind this rock here, and there he is. He certainly is appearing, and they're moving out towards the center of the river. Get a little bit of a surf now in the little hole above Table Rock, and now they get a little bit of a swirl as they go over the edge of it. And quite the exciting ride now for John and his crew. And this, of course, is Smiley. Bust them over that big wave there just above the reaction area, and now they're sliding on down to the right of the hole, and now we're going to get a piece of the backwash there off of Table. And that does it. Again, excellent execution here. All of our rafts make it through Double Z. We're going around the bend, and our next stop is one of my personal favorites, Bloody Nose. Miller's Folly Rapid, our longest continuous rapid of the day. And it all culminates down here at the bottom on this rock where I'm standing. A little formation called Bloody Nose. The upper part of the rapid, the entrance there, consists of a slick tongue riding down on 2 or 3 big waves. And we have John Nelson approaching now at the bottom here. Up and over Brainwave. And they're on the approach to Bloody Nose. And here's John bringing his crew down. And our last raft through will be Smiley. He's already made the top drop. Now he's working them down through the center bottom portion here. There they go, as you see Bloody Nose in the foreground. Turning, pumping, whitewater madness right there, and that'll do it. We're headed around the bend to our next rapid, and also our last major rapid of the day, Fayette Station. This is Fayette Station Rapid, our last major rapid today. The old Fayette Station Bridge is in the background. And I think today we had some local folks swinging from a rope into the river, enjoying the beautiful afternoon here at Fayette Station Rapid. And now John and his team are down and under the bridge and through the rapid. Comes John Davis next, working those big waves in the center, working towards the one big one right there. And here comes Smiley. Robin Stewart, our last raft through here at Fayette Station. And he takes him for the big ride. That'll do it at Fayette Station and for the major whitewater portion of today's trip, folks. And we're moving around the bend. This is the world's longest single arch span, the New River Gorge Bridge. And this is the guy with the food on him. What's his name? Dan. Birthday Dan. And he's going to be our first jumper here off of Jump Rock.
I'm his nemesis. Where do you jump at?
And there's Otto, the guy who set it all up.
Yeah, you need to go off that end. You need
What will you attempt today, John?
to get wet.
Triple Lindy?
Yeah.
Okay.
This first jump of the season here, Phil, is kind of a special moment.
It is.
Well, maybe not.
A little bit rusty.
Don't call me rusty.
God, man, that boat's taking off.
Yeah, you're gonna have to swim for it.
Oh my God.
Make an attempt at jumping.
Can I dive?
I don't know, can you?
You're on tape.
Hurry up, Bill.
Should make a facsimile attempt. There you go. Good job, Otto. Well, I guess that answers the question. Good form, but I missed most of it. Here comes some more jumpers now. Who's next? There she goes. Ready? Not there, not there. Well, sure it was. That's why I did it. Okay, you know what you're doing now? Some sort of facsimile of reason?
Flip.
No.
Okay.
Next. Yeah.
And they're slowing down considerably now. Seems to be moments of hesitation. Oh, a little over rotation there, but not as bad as Otto. Oh, another good flip. Okay, we're whittling them away now. Down to one. Oh, extreme over rotation. Hey, what's your name?
Janet.
Okay, Janet, where are you from?
Ooh, Michigan.
You're a little apprehensive about this jump, aren't
Not a
you?
swimmer.
You're not a swimmer at all?
Not a diver.
Well, I should let you get this over with then, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll just get off your back and let you go, okay? Let's go on 3. Ready? Okay, ready? 3. And there you go. And she loves it, you bet. And that'll do it for Jump Rock. As we take a look at the beautiful scenery here in the New River Canyon, and our guests are floating on down to their rafts. And we're gonna float down towards our takeout, and I'll see you there. Woo!
Even with it, I'm not so sure.
Without it, you're worthless, and they say, even with it, they're not sure.
We can't listen to that.
Okay, you're not gonna take that, are you, Otto?
Okay, guys, on 3, just give it a little light toss. 1, 2, 3.
Good job, dude.
All right, they're slapping fives. Hey, what's your name, guys? Mike. This is Otto. We've already met Otto. How was your trip? How was your trip today?
Excellent.
So you were with
We were with John, and John's a great guy.
John was your guide, huh?
He took us on all the hard maneuvers, and we handled them great.
Okay. Had you guys ever been rafting before?
Pardon me?
Never been before?
Never.
Well, he fooled you, didn't he? Oh yeah.
Go rename the bloody lip.
Did you get a bloody nose there?
No,
Did you get some blood?
I got
Fat lip? Okay. No bloody nose, just a fat lip. You're with the birthday guy too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dan? As a matter of fact, you were the instigator of the whole thing, weren't you, Otto? Wasn't it your idea?
On camera, Bill admitted it.
Okay. All right. Sure he did.
Confessions.
Okay, we got a team here trying to figure out their camera. A little worse for wear. Let's take a good look at that thing there.
My wife's camera. She's gonna be pissed.
Well, you better be buying her a new one or something, huh? Compensatory camera is due here. What's your name, fellas?
Scott.
There's Scott.
Ron Dykema.
And Ron. Where are you guys from?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
All right, and you were telling me on the way down here you've done the Shoshone and the Snake River, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm curious now. I got to ask, how do we measure up here? How's our...
Better than all of them.
All right, good answer. Okay, I'll pay you off later. Thanks, guys. There they are in one big, massive group. I don't know who they are, but they're there.
Hey guys, everybody grab your paddle light, take it over, we'll jump to the bus.
What, Bill?
Anything to say to the people at home?
We survived it.
You sure you did?
Not just anybody could.
Not just anybody can survive this.
Hi, guys.
Got anything to say?
Yeah, I had a blast. How
Did
about
you?
you?
Well, I enjoyed it. Hope you did too.
Yeah.
Who was your guide?
Smiley.
Smiley?
Still smiling.
He smiles all the time, doesn't he? You got to wonder about that. There's the
Hey, I got cleaned
there's
off.
Dan's catering service right there.
Kids, don't try this.
I know he's got it on him. He had it all over him here. Please don't try this at home. And as our guests make their way up to the bus for the short bus ride home to Heiko, of course it's 45 minutes.
Stop by the lounge and you can buy a beer.
I'd like to thank you all for coming with us, and we hope to see you again real soon. It curls around and feeds back on itself. That'd hold a raft, a kayak, anybody actually who went in there today. And here comes Kirby over to give it a try. You can see this rapid Miller's Folly starts at the top. Series of steep waves with one stiff one at the bottom of the wave train. Then it leads over, work to the left bank, and come down here in front of the big rock where Bloody Nose is. Kirby brings them up and over the big wave called Brainwave. Here they come. And Kirby gets up from the bottom of the raft, and looks like they thoroughly enjoyed it. Comes Paul Brown. Yes. Direct hit for Paul. hopping over the brainwave. Tells him to get down. Looks like he might get in it. And they're through it. Comes Turtle. There's MA's crew. They've successfully run the top part and they're moving over here as Gary Murphy approaches now. Sliding him on over with a big hit there. Boing. But there you go, excuse me, bloody nose. Okay, it's the double whammy tag team rafting here. It's Dave and Dave. Cosmic Dave's first through. He wallows them around in there pretty good, and followed by Dave Kanakanui. There you have it, bloody nose, ladies and gentlemen, and we're moving downstream to our last major rapid of the day called Fayette Station. Fayette Station Rapid, our last major rapid today, and you can see it's a popular spot for folks to come watch us run this big rapid here on the New River. You can see also the old Fayette Station Bridge in the background. And on the approach is Kirby. That boat's riding high up out of the water today. Mark Gable's on his approach now, bringing him down. There's some really irregular waves moving left to right, and a really steep one right in there. Big hit. Yeah, blew that guy out of his seat. And she's reaching back up there and getting geared back in, and they made it. And there's a really smooth run for Paul. This is MA with the big black helmet on. See that sparkly helmet she wears? It's easy to pick her out. And her team's eating it up. They love it. Here comes Turtle's raft now, somebody riding the bull in the front. He slides him right on down through there and stuffs a bunch of water up on that guy. Here's Gary Murphy. Pops him up over that big wave and stalled him out a little bit. Cosmic Dave, Davey Myers. Gets them all wet there, gave him the big hit. Steve Cross with a big hit, yes. Rearranges them all, yeah, you see a couple of them getting up off the floor. Kanakanui. Oh, and he spares them nothing. He stuffs them in there too. And that boat just filled with water. And Dave says, look at this rock. And now they eddy out. Gonna come over here for a close-up. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, Dave's not a bad guide, is he? But he's not a good guide. Hey, where'd you get all that water? From the river. Is that a stupid question? You get a stupid answer. And there you go. Dave takes him back out into the current. And the water's just running out. It's full, all right. And a lot of action here at Fayette Station and on the whole trip also, and that'll wrap up the major whitewater portion. And we're moving downstream. Shake it up real good, shake it up. Okay, here's a little treat for one of our guests. I like the little, keep them on their toes. Who's the guest shaker here today?
I'm Linda.
Hey Linda, you shake that thing really good.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, you can have one, you know.
The Pepsi. Go ahead.
Okay, help yourself, Chris. Have a Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Have a Pepsi. Okay, as some of our more unsuspecting guests come on up the hill, you can come in here and get a cold pop. Hey Chris, where's your life jacket? Oops. How was your day, Chris?
It was awesome.
Who's your guide?
It was awesome. Kirby.
Kirby, he does good, doesn't he? He's an excellent guide. Is this your first trip?
No, my second.
Oh, okay. How's this fare?
Hard to say,
Hard to say, okay.
Great time both times.
Split decision. All right. Chris can't make the call. Okay, so we'll have to go for a third and decisive raft trip.
There you go.
Okay, for some people, this is the first time in their life they've ever been told to get loaded. It's okay to get loaded. Move out. There's Linda again, my favorite shaker. And you notice she's not drinking a Pepsi.
Pepsi, what's that?
Pepsi, that's no good. Hey, you guys were in MA's raft, huh?
Yep. The good raft.
The good raft. She rafted you real good, didn't she?
She did a great job.
She stayed in the raft too, didn't she?
We tried to flip her out.
Yeah. Well, some of our guides today didn't do so well, did they, Gary?
Did they, Gary?
Yes, sir. What was that?
For the swim.
Foot slipped.
It slipped. Slipped. It'll never happen again.
Pretty basic. Pretty basic.
Come some more survivors. Whose raft are you guys in? Cosmic Dave, right? Cosmic Dave. Well, let's rate Cosmic Dave on a scale of, say, 0 to 10.
Give him a 10.
10. Okay, Dave's a perfect 10.
High performance.
That's what happens when you have good karma, isn't it, guys? You bet.
Another $1.
Okay, as the last of our guests head on to the bus for the short ride back to Heiko, we'll take one last look at the New River Gorge Bridge. And on behalf of all the staff here at North American River Runners, and of course myself, I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you again really soon.